Good morning, my dear students. In the last session, we studied about census and sample surveys. Most of the surveys are sample surveys. These are preferred in statistics because of a number of reasons. Now, the question is, how do you do the sampling? There are two main types of sampling, random and non-random sampling. Random sampling. As the name suggests, random sampling is one where the individual units from the population are selected at random. For example, the government wants to determine the impact of rise in petrol price on the household budget of a particular locality. For this, a representative sample of 30 households has to be taken and studied. The names of all the 300 households of that area are written on pieces of paper and mixed well. Then 30 names to be interviewed are selected one by one. In the random sampling, every individual has an equal chance of being selected, and the individuals who are selected are just like ones who are not selected. In the above example, all the 300 sampling units of the population got an equal chance of being included in the sample of 30 units, and hence the sample such drawn is a random sample. This is also called lottery method. Non-random sampling. There may be a situation that you have to select 10 out of 100 households in a locality. You have to decide which household to select and which to reject. You may select the households conveniently situated or the households known to you or your friends. In this case, you are using your judgment or bias in selecting 10 households. This way of selecting 10 out of 100 households is not a random selection. In a random sampling method, all the units of the population do not have an equal chance of being selected, and convenience or judgment of the investigator plays an important role in selection of the sample. They are mainly selected on the basis of judgment, purpose, convenience, or quota and are non-random samples. Next, sampling and non-sampling errors. First, sampling error. Sampling error refers to the difference between the sample estimate and the actual value of characteristics of the population. The difference between the actual value of a parameter of the population and its estimate is sample error. It is possible to reduce the magnitude of sampling error by taking a larger sample. For example, consider a case of income of 5 farmers of Manipur. The variable x, income of farmers, has measurements 500, 550, 600, 650 and 700. The population average is total income divided by number, which is 600. Now, suppose we select a sample of two individuals where x has measurements of 500 and 600. The sample average is 550. Here, the sampling error of the estimate 600, the true value, minus 550, estimate, that is 50. Here the 50 is the sampling error. Non-sampling errors. Non-sampling errors are more serious than sampling errors because sampling error can be minimized by taking a larger sample. It is difficult to minimize non-sampling error even by taking a larger sample. Even census can contain non-sampling errors. Some of the non-sampling errors are: first, errors in data acquisition. This type of error arises from recording of incorrect responses. Suppose the teacher asks the students to measure the length of the teacher's table in the classroom. The measurement by the students may differ. The differences may occur due to differences in measuring tape, carelessness of the students, etc. Recording mistakes can also take place as the enumerators or the respondents may commit errors in recording or transcripting the data. For example, he or she may record 13 instead of 31. Another non-sampling error is non-response error. Non-response occurs if an interviewer is unable to contact a person listed in the sample or a person from the sample refuses to respond. In this case, the sample observation may not be representative. Sampling bias. Sampling bias occurs when the sampling plan is such that some members of the target population could not possibly be included in the sample. This is sampling bias. There are some agencies both at the national and state level to collect, process and tabulate the statistical data. Some of the agencies at the national level are Census of India, National Sample Survey Organization, Central Statistical Organization, Registrar General of India, Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence and Statistics, Labour Bureau, etc. The Census of India provides the most complete and continuous demographic record of population. The census is being regularly conducted every 10 years since 1881. The first census after independence was conducted in 1951. The census officials collect information on various aspects of population such as the size, density, sex ratio, literacy, migration, rural-urban distribution, etc. Census data is interpreted and analyzed to understand many economic and social issues in India. NSSO. Census of India and NSSO are the most important organizations of collecting data. The NSSO was established by the Government of India to conduct nationwide surveys on socio-economic issues. The data collected by NSSO are released through reports and its quarterly journal Sarvekshana. NSSO provides periodic estimates of literacy, school enrollment, utilization of educational services, employment, unemployment, morbidity, maternity, utilization of public distribution system, etc. The NSSO also collect details of industrial activities and retail prices for various goods. They are used by the Government of India for planning purposes. Thank you.